Hey guys, it's me Kenny. Welcome back to my channel, and I'm here today to show you how to create a Phantom Shogun 25 team. So please remember, you still have to grind your raid to 25 over here. There should be videos out there that should give you a comprehensive guide on how to get to stage 25, starting from like as early as stage 15, I believe. So as you can see here, my time sucks. Like it's all over a minute, and suddenly we go like a minute here. So let me just show you real quick how the team looks like. As you can see, we have here 4 rares and 1 Emic. So Emic was a fusion. If you missed him, that's really bad because you can use Emic across Iron Twins, Phantom Shogun, and some people use him for Hydra with the same speed. So let's go and see our team presets here for Phantom Shogun. So as you can see here, Gnarlhorn has to be like 170 speed. Defense has to be over 3000, and the HP has to be over 65,000. Those are the important things to remember. And the most crucial factor that you need is Gnarlhorn has to have the highest crit damage in your team. So as you can see here, he has 270, and everyone else is under 270. These cold hearts get the crit damage, not a crit damage boost, but like a crit rate boost when firing Heartseeker, because it's almost always a critical hit as long as you have like 70 crit damage. So this is why they're built that way. I'll show you the builds in a while, but this Phantom Shogun team is 100%. I'll show you a rundown of like how many, like I'll do 20 runs and I'll show you that it's 100%. So down with the Gnarlhorn stats, it's best you have him as the leader. Emic could be the leader too, but I prefer Gnarlhorn just so it's safer. More defense is better than more HP for me, I think, because I built everyone with enough HP. No one's under 40k. And Emic here has like, there you go, almost 90k HP, 3k defense. But the most important thing is for Emic to have like over 270 speed to outspeed the Shogun. And 271 is the magic number, because 271 beats the Iron Twins and 271 beats Hydra as well. Painkeeper here, as you can see, has 250 speed. It's kind of tight at 250. You can go over as long as you don't go faster in the cold hearts. That's the important thing to remember. So you could go 251, but you don't go like 252 if one of your cold hearts is like 252. Nothing else. Just keep the Painkeeper above 50k HP, I guess. Actually 40 works, but I use this Painkeeper for Iron Twins as well. And then Cold Heart here, the first Cold Heart has more attack but less speed. So always remember, crit damage has to be lower than your Gnarlhorn. So the attack and the crit rate and crit damage of your Cold Heart is dependent on how much crit damage you can put on your Gnarlhorn and how good your gear is. So you see I have like 6-star Awakened Cold Heart and a 4-star Awakened Cold Heart. This thing works even with like low, very low awakening on your characters. That's the good thing. Like you could check other videos across the internet and they work, but they use different speeds. So mine is like something that's very efficient. It's very consistent on being a 1 minute, so like 1 minute 30 run. And these are the teams that I run. And the second Cold Heart, as you can see here, has like less damage. One has 4,000 damage attack. Second one has 3,300 attack, but more speed. But more or less, their crit damage by accident is the same. They both have 254 and almost identical crit as well. And the presets are as follows. You don't use the A2 for Gnarlhorn. You only use the A3 and of course the A1. Emic has to prioritize his A3, the skill that gives the taunt, shield, and unkillable. And Vine Quake, the one that gives the shield and the decreased cooldown, would be second priority. Painkeeper Same thing, A3 is your priority, and the A2 is your second one, the heal. Now, he's the second slowest guy in the team, outside of Gnarlhorn. So, Emic's done with his skills. The Cold Hearts are done with their skills. And that's the only time that the Painkeeper takes her turn and resets. Cooldown decreases, actually. The cooldowns of the skill by 1 turn. So, the Cold Hearts, you don't need the A2 because it's a waste of time. And let's save. Now, let's do one run before I show you the actual gear that they're wearing. So as you can see, the Phantom Shogun would start hitting the Gnarlhorn because he has the highest crit damage. The two Cold Hearts do that. Now Emic has the taunt, so the Shogun switches to him. Your team is gonna do like the regular hits in, and he's back to hitting Gnarlhorn, who now has Unkillable to protect himself for 2 turns. So your team would have like the leeway to do all this, and he still takes the hit and the Enfeeble. Emic does his A3 again, gets the attention from the Phantom Shogun. You do the 2 skills with the reset cooldowns. Gnarlhorn is back with the Unkillable, and now Emic goes back to hitting him because the taunt is gone, and he has the Enfeeble again, which basically we don't need him to do any damage anyway. And there you go, he will survive. As you can see, this run has been going very smooth. Emic's gonna do his thing again. Shogun's gonna start hitting this Emic because he has the taunt on. And 2 resets. Gnarlhorn's gonna do his A3 again, and we're gonna do our Heartseekers. There you go. So this run is looking like it's gonna be like a minute 40. And this is because the the normal attack of the Cold Hearts don't deal as much damage because they don't have 100% crit rate. I could build them, but I mean it works. So it's something that I just leave overnight when I'm farming. I don't really need to make it like 100 crit rate, just so I could do it faster. But you see, yep, if we do it like 100 crit rate, it would have been finished early. So see, you get like a lot of this extracts, which you can use to upgrade your gears, which is very essential in the end game. So let's go and see what these guys are wearing. So this is what Emic is wearing. You'll be surprised because he's just wearing 4 pieces of immortal gear and 2 pieces of speed gear. Like, they don't even have the best stats. All that we chased are like the 90k HP, the 271 speed. That's it. And if you've heard, I think we're going to get Great Hall content for Iron Twins as well as Phantom Shogun. So that might help in getting the stats up for other players in the future. You do get that by playing live arena. So my Emic is fully booked. Well, not really fully booked because I don't need his A1 to be maxed because he's not a damage dealer anyway. He still has Brimstone. I only use my Emic for this content, so he's not something that I use in arena. Arena people, you would see some of them would have like Intimidating Presence or Life Harvest or even Polymorph. Here's the fun part: 0 masteries. That's a funny thing. You can play this team with 0 masteries. I'll show you the rest. Okay, here's our Gnarlhorn. This guy has 170 speed, as I showed you earlier, and 270 crit damage. Look at the gear he's wearing. Like, totally doesn't make sense at all. I only glyphed him just so he would reach like the HP and defense number needed. And like I said earlier, 0 masteries needed. It's very easy to fully book a rare, and this doesn't really do much. You could just pretty much do any blessing for him because he doesn't put up increased def, so it doesn't do any favors that he has faultless defense. Here is our Painkeeper. As you can see, she's just wearing 3 sets of speed to make it easier to hit the 250 speed threshold. Nothing special, really. Like, no accuracy, no nothing. Just, she's not even wearing an HP chest, and she made it to 55k HP. Well, partly that's because I have my Void Great Hole pretty much maxed almost, I think. There you go, an HP gloves. And just like everyone else, zero masteries. And this is easy to book because it's a rare. And here we go with the Cold Hearts. This is the 4-star Cold Heart. As you can see, she has funny gear on. You can always fix your gear to make the runs faster. It's really up to you. I just built her during the free re-gear to make her reach those stats as we needed, which is, like I said, 255 speed for one of them and 252, 253 for the other one, just to be safe. As long as they're faster than your Painkeeper. And again, this one has no masteries. It's not necessary. It would make your run faster if you could put masteries on her. It's really up to you. But you just have to make sure that you don't put Cycle of Magic, if I'm not mistaken, or Lasting Gifts on them to mess up the runs. Because I know one of them messes up the runs for Phantom Shogun. I tried doing this thing with Old School from the Hell Hades Discord, and I couldn't like do this the first time around properly until we figured out that something must be wrong with the masteries. So I turned off the masteries on this one, because as you can see, I just reset it. She used to have these things on, one of these two on, I think, and it messes up the runs. And so the 6-star Cold Heart has, this is the one with 252 speed and more damage. She has like better gear than the other one. Free gear is going on right now, as you can see there. So maybe I can fix this just to make the damage more consistent and make the runs faster. And just make sure that if you're messing around with your masteries and your damage, that you don't put more crit damage on your Cold Hearts over the Gnarlhorns. That's the most important part. Like maybe we can even see this doesn't even have crit damage amulets because it messes it up. So it's a very easy thing in general to do. So why do we farm Phantom Shogun? So there's only one reason why I farm Phantom Shogun, and that's to like get that extra 12% crit damage for my nukers on your amulets. So let's see. As you can see here, this Leorius has maximum crit damage from the amulet. So one little technique that I do is I filter amulets, check crit damage, fitting room, equip, see everyone who has it. If it's plus 12, I make sure that I ascend it. Like you can see there, everything is like almost ascended. Is that a crit damage one? Yeah. I ascend it. If I get crit damage, no we don't. And that's where you have the dust for. As long as all of your nukers are like maxed with crit damage for their amulets, I don't see the need for you to like continue farming it unless you're very OC with your banners. Because some people will need like the stats for the banners. Say, let's go and see banners. No, let's go over here. Say, Krisha. She would need resistance and accuracy for her skills to work. So I kind of need every bit of resistance or accuracy that I could get. And that's why I maxed her ascension for her banner. But like for her amulet, I don't really need any of those stats for her. Maybe if I'm like super min-maxing stuff, then I would need to maximize his defense. But outside of that, pretty much she's fine. So I'm gonna show you one more time, one more run, just so we can see how consistent it is and how fast it could get if you could fix your gears for your Cold Hearts to have like, say, more crit damage and 100% crit rate, even though they're doing their normal attacks, because that makes the runs faster. Because outside of the Heartseeker, you don't really have like much damage going on from the three guys, which is Emic, Gnarlhorn, and Painkeeper. So your primary source of damage would be these two cold hearts. And remember, I'm running builds where their crit rates are like 78, 77. So you're not gonna see their A1s consistently do like heavy damage outside of the Heart Seekers. But these runs are definitely going to be faster if you could make their crit rate 100%. Or if you could even put masteries on them. Just make sure you're not using War Master. That's another thing I remembered. You could use Helm Smasher, I believe, but not War Master, because the procs kind of messes up the run as well. Outside of the Cycle or Magic, one of those two, or Lasting Gifts. So here it's gonna be another like 1 minute 40-ish run, based on how it's going. So I guess I had like higher crit rate or crit damage when I did this the first time around. That's why the run was like 1 minute 8 seconds. But it's something that's not 100%. But this build that I showed you, this is guaranteed 100% no fail. Like I've done Phantom Shogun since I built this team, like over 200, 300 runs, zero fail. So as you can see, 1 minute 40. And that should be it for this video, guys. If you have any questions, maybe in the comment section, we can brainstorm and figure out what's the best thing to do with your team if you're missing any of these champions. Because I know they're like void rares. They might be hard to get, or the blessings might be different. I think you could always like find me at the Hell Hades Discord channel. And that's it for this video. This is your friendly neighbor Kenny. And goodbye for now. Peace.